Welcome back. Unfortunately today, we have an accused man of violating the greatest rule in all of StarCraft. No map hacking. Okay, that's not maybe the greatest rule, but it's up there. Who is it that stands accused? Is it Mr. Shazad? No. He's making the accusation that Becky, the barcode, is making suspicious actions. This calls for the Special Hacking Investigation Team. So first, let's give a history. Like before anything else starts, map hacking is very rare compared to earlier versions of the game. Usually it's super obvious. With Legacy of the Void, there were software updates that we don't have super heavy details on because otherwise they'd be easier to defeat, that make map hacking harder to pull off. So usually, when you see a map hacker, it is very obvious. But occasionally you get one who is both decent enough at Starcraft and shameless enough to do it on the ladder. And these people, well, let's start with step one. He's playing on a barcode. Like that right there, this is one of those things. That was very suspicious. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna list off what Shazad said was suspicious. I'm just gonna look through and see if I see anything weird. So, looking at your opponent's main isn't necessarily weird. Usually you'd send an overlord somewhere near. Like it's a little odd. Maybe you're setting up a camera location. But this is quite a long gaze, which, as he just spams the keys between his spawning pool and his hatchery and whatever else to get 500 APM, he didn't actually make any new actions. So it's a little odd to be taking a long gaze into your opponent's main base, but that is coincidence. It could be coincidence. The barcode does not lend you any credibility. Let's put it this way. It's not as if barcode has defended themselves, because otherwise they wouldn't be a barcode and wouldn't be pseudo. The reason people play under barcodes is for some semblance of anonymity. At the highest level, it might matter if you're going to play someone in a match next week, but here it's mostly, well, it definitely creates suspicion. By the way, in case of this is high masters, low GM. It's like 5,000-ish MMR. Just to, I probably wouldn't look at a replay under Diamond, because even if they were map hacking, if they're under Diamond, who are they hurting? Alright, taking a third. He's moved his overlords into normal locations. The overlords are where they're supposed to be, near the natural, near the third. I can't get over. Now, this is just an aside, but the type of people who spam through their hotkeys, just like this man, like Becky is doing, they annoy me, because they're not actually doing anything. They're just kind of, well, my APM's going to be so high at the end, bro. He's not even moving any rally points, it's just slamming around on the hotkeys. So, besides the look into his opponent's base and the general annoyingness of his hotkey spam, there's nothing blatant as of yet. I'm not willing to give out. We're going to do a 3-strike rule. Give him the benefit of the doubt. More queens on the way. There's a handful of Zerglings coming across the mini-map, but a mostly standard opener. Getting 2 more gases. So, like, I think this is on NA, I'm not sure. There's a chance I have played this barcode player. Maybe if I'm on the fence, I try to look up and see if I've... Because it's within a few hundred MMR myself, which means you could easily have hit me on the ladder. So far, a little lazy on the micro. Very lucky save on that queen. Very dramatic, but the reaction time was quite slow there. But that's just criticizing his mechanics, not necessarily any suspicion. Stop with the hotkeys, though. I just, like... Are you really at 500 APM? Are you? I don't think so. Like, so far, this... While he maybe is working off a lot of assumptions, or she, Becky here, Becky the barcode, there's nothing I'm seeing that is particularly out of the ordinary. Like, this is a standard ZVZ build. You go a little Ling Bane, you mix it in some Roach with +1, and, well, you got a stew going. Okay, here's potentially a catalyzing moment. There's a Spire on the way for Shazad. The accuser. The plaintiff. Is the plaintiff the accuser? And the defendant is the... Well, that one's more obvious. So... Some more gas on the way. So far, the Spire is unscouted. There's been no investment in roaches. Like, it's a little... This is still easily explained away by either incompetence or just sheer greed. As right now, he really should be scouting more, like a better player. We're just... For a moment, we just assume he's a normal player. Should be scouting to see if they need to build roaches. Like, you don't go to 60 rounds without scouting you need to build roaches. It is reckless at best. Suicidal at worst. Unless you know your opponent. But that's another thing, like, sometimes he might just die to attacks. A lot of Zerglings up there. How did we see those wait. I'm sorry. Did we see those Zerglings move out? This happened. There was a big round of Zerglings. He made Banelings at a seemingly random time. I just kind of zoned out. I want to see... I was wondering, like, is there an interesting... That's an interesting time to look at the middle of the map. And then make Banelings. We see, I'm checking the vision. There's no information. That's... It stretches. It's a stretch. Remember, he's already gone... One is not a trend. Like... That's rough, though. It's hard to say, like... That's not a direct cause and effect. He already sent it towards the 4th, and then let's assume he sees the whole map. Or the mini-map. Well, based on the fact he's clicking in the middle of the map, potentially sees what's on the screen. That would be the reaction, is to make a bunch of Banelings after seeing Zerglings, even though technically the first time he should have seen the Zerglings is right around here. So, it stretches. Now, I want to point this out. He's now supply blocked because a queen killed an overlord on the other side of the map. And during that time, he did not build any new overlords. So what I'm trying to say is his 430 APM is going to waste. I'm not sure what the opponent is doing with 400 as well, but as neither of them are particularly effective on it. We still haven't seen... Now, there's a Spire in production. The most... obvious things we've seen before in the past is production tab. Some players will, if you look at the last, they're really like single digit at this level accusations, like real accusations of players. But one of them was seeing the production tab. Another is just seeing what's on the screen. There's another that's like your lings automatically micro away from banelings.
To my favorite hard stuck master player.
Wait, why are you sub to local? Okay. Like, no. No. Like, I was willing to give him the Hydra Den. I'm not willing to give him multiple spores. No, 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 no. Not at both. That's a big commit. That is very hard to give him the benefit of the doubt of. You gotta be real convinced to make 6 spores blindly. And then skip roaches almost entirely to go hydras. You see, if he wasn't like compulsively flipping between his hotkeys, he might actually stop being supply blocked all the time. But he can't help it. Also, I think his minimap awareness, I'm getting pretty convinced here. But I think his minimap awareness is so bad, he's still missing things. Like, he's might see him on the minimap, but he's not reacting as quick as he could be if he was a better player. But then he wouldn't need to hang. Like, I'm leaning heavily now. We're 2 out of 3. There's one more look at a suspicious place, and I'm willing to... Like... A supply block is such an issue. He just hit about 12 hotkeys without making a new overlord. I mean, he finally has some. Wait, okay, whoa. What did I just see there? What was that? That was like, that wasn't an unheard of click. But this, let's look at the all cam here. He decides to just go up the center. Maybe you just want to go for the attack. There's a lot of looking in. Oh my god. Well, he gets him. I think that was just lucky on the drones. Either way. Wait. Did he start splitting before, quote-unquote, seeing that? That's my question. Wait, what's over... If there's an overlord right here... There's not. He just rallied it. Okay. He's looking over here. He sees banelings. Well... He technically, for a split second, saw banelings. The micro's not great. He's really struggling. There's enough mutas now that'll win the fight, actually. Like... That was just a bad split there. Like, that's not convincing. Wait. Let me... Okay, so I was checking to see if he was actually selecting the queens as he inject. And he is. He's box selecting. He gets a bunch of drones with it as well, most times. Mm-hmm. Like, his reaction time is quite slow. Either way. He's struggling. What is he gonna build? What are you gonna build? A lurker den. That's a good choice. Now this... Okay. Alright. Good sir. Like... Come on. Really? It's not so much like it's almost believable if he didn't keep adjusting the waypoints. Like, he keeps clicking into it. It's under attack. The thing is, I think, like, you need lurkers to deal with this. He's trying to attack in. It's not it's a lot of coincidence. If anything. But, he caught some on the minimap. I mean, I caught him as well, so, like, that's what I meant. But then he loses all these. The other Zerg's doing a good job.
Mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
What are you doing? What is he doing? Why is he just sitting there? Like... He keeps just, like, I don't know what he's waiting for. He just, like, stopped responding for a second. He just kept switching between queens and hatch. Oh my god. Unfortunately, there's no more tech switches that would make it obvious right now. The spores were very, very blatant. That would have to have serious confidence. Okay, slow it down a little. Something's about to happen. Alright. Like, did he look into the fog, or... You could just see it on the minimap. There's a blob of mutas, potentially. Like, this is... Well, I'm moving my mutas to my new base where I need defense. Or, it's confirmation of, he knows where the mutas are. It's... That one's... That's why it's ambiguous. Are there mutas right here? God damn. Okay, you know what? It's too much.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh, the team is ready for a ruling. Hacker! Fucking Becky the Barcode coming in with the terrible mechanics, the 3 times more APM than they're actually using, the not even understanding how to counter mutas, no matter where they are, the mechanics of a Platinum Leaguer and the decision-making of a Diamond, but I'm sure it's gotten enough ladder points as they went by. Let's close it out. Like, he keeps trying not to use the Selecta Army hotkey as well. But he can't help himself. Is what's happening. Like, he just keeps accidentally hitting it. He only has 5 Hydras He can't, like, this is such a weird move. Are the mutas right here? No, there's Zerglings coming right here, though. So, like, you don't click that much in the... Sometimes you might, like, queue up an attack path or something, but that is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. It's a lot more than you would usually see. Mm-hmm.
Complete mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
No one moves like that. I gotta... No one moves like that. That doesn't... That's not what you do.
Forces are under attack.
Oh. The lurkers are trying, but the banelings are kind of coming in. Unfortunately, though, for them...
Our forces are under attack.
He just kind of dies. Because he has 400 APM. His opponent has 500. I don't know what the fuck's happening here. Like, we're at Rainer levels of APM, but... Wait, what?
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Oh, come on, man. Like...
Our mineral
If he had, like, an observer there, which I doubt he does,
field are under attack.
he would be hacking in a different way. Like, if there's a bunch of... Come on! Like, the amount of clicking, like one or two, like, commands, but not here, 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 here. Oh my god.
Mineral field depleted.
The answer, by the way, is 6 lurkers and then a couple vipers. And you can just counter the entire Mutiling Bane. Like... The amount... It's getting ridiculous. The amount of times he's clicking exactly towards where he thinks he can win a fight. Here's the thing, is if he actually looked, he'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should build like 5 fucking lurkers instead of losing all my hydras to banelings every time. But instead, wear those mutas so I can lose all my hydras again. He's just gonna lose everything again. Jesus. And he just leaves. Yeah, like... But, well, that's sad. Becky, 100% confirmed. I want to say again, like... This is one of a single-digit number of credible accusations of above diamond. Honestly, if they're map hacking below masters, then... I'm not going to say more power to them, but that's just sad. This is competitively sad. I'm prepared to confirm it. I know plenty have already reported, but maybe if this ends up a YouTube video because I'm hurting for content, then like and subscribe and also say mean things to them in the... Not too mean, just kind of mean. Just a little mean. Okay, well. Fuck Becky. That's what I have to say here. So sad.